then we're going to stop for today, and I'll save the rest of yours for tomorrow. The question comes from Mike on Facebook. How do you counsel couples who don't trust each other? Asking for some verses that are, would be appropriate to that particular issue. I think that let's see, how do I put this? I think that psychology, the study of the psyche, therapy that goes along with psychology, Freud and Jung, who are the kings of psychology, the even Christian counseling programs that largely are based upon Freudian and Jungian psychology has so infiltrated the world of counseling that what people expect out of counseling is an impossible expectation and therefore never works. It would be interesting if there was a study on those who go to counseling, even Christian counseling, how often they find success for that for which they sought counsel. And I'm talking about professional counseling here, really. So, they call down to the First Baptist Church Counseling Center and, we've got marriage problems, or we've got, addiction problems, or, whatever the case is. What's their success rate? My hunch is the success rate is pretty poor, not worth the money, and that it is no better than totally secular counseling. And it's because Christian counseling is totally secular counseling with a prayer at the beginning. I personally think that the counseling industry would totally close down if they took my advice on this. This is why they're not going to take my advice, because there is in counseling an inherent need to get the person to come back again, because they pay by the session. So that which could be solved in 5 minutes rather is solved in 18 weeks of $100 a week sessions. I don't know what a counselor runs. I made that number up. I don't know if that's high or low or what. And if insurance is involved, it's probably a low thing. I think that when we stop and think about it from a practical sense, could it be that 95% of problems for which we come to get counsel could be easily boiled down to a 5-minute answer if you elaborate? So, what's wrong with saying, the counselor saying, Mary, Bill, you've come to me for counseling because you don't trust each other, or because your marriage is falling apart. I've listened to you. I found out that the reason your marriage is falling apart is because you don't trust each other. Mary and Bill, your marriage is going to fall apart, or you're just going to live together in one house miserably until you learn to trust each other. Bill, she doesn't trust you because you lie. Mary, he doesn't trust you because you never come out with the full truth. Mary, start speaking truth. Bill, start speaking truth. Mary and Bill, start trusting each other. When you do that, your marriage will work. Bill, you need to love her. Mary, you need to respect him. Next. That kind of counseling is seen as rude. That kind of counseling is seen as unhelpful because the counseling, gravy train, and that's what it is, the counseling gravy train can't be rude. It has to say, now, Bill, sometimes you're not forthcoming with your wife, and tell me about your dad. Oh. Here's an exercise I'd like you to do. This week, I want you to put a picture of your dad up on the dresser, and every time you see it in the morning, I want you to tell your dad how he made you feel when you fell off your bicycle and he made you get back on it with a skinned knee. Come back, let's talk about it next week. That'll be $100. It's absolutely a waste. It's a made-up waste of time. My guess, Mike, is you know the problem of Bill and Mary, and you could tell it to them probably less than 5 minutes. You would feel uncomfortable telling it because it's so blunt. They would get mad at you and never come back again. And they would go on and not fix it. And 5 years from now, when they're either divorced or they're living in the same problem they've got, 5 years from now, they would say, Mike was right. Remember the old Bob Newhart video. If you just go to your DuckDuckGo and put Bob Newhart Stop It, you'll get it. There it is, right there. First one. There she comes into the psychologist's office, and Bob Newhart's washing his hands because he has a counseling problem, as a germaphobe. And he basically tells her she's claustrophobic. She's afraid someone's going to bury her in a box. And he tells her, stop it. Nobody's going to bury you in a box. Stop it. Now, I think there's some value in that old Bob Newhart kind of thing. I think Bob Newhart would go broke if he did that to everyone. But watch the video. It's quite funny. Now, so you asked for some verses. I think if you take everything directly about marriage in the Bible, it's maybe it's going to fill one column. I don't even know that you could get a full column worth. And it's going to say, leave your father and your mother, cling to your wife, husbands, love your wife, wives, respect your husbands. Okay, Bill and Mary, go do that. Well, I don't trust him. We'll start trusting him. Well, he lies. We'll hit him. Excuse me, I probably shouldn't say that. But you don't get it right. Quit lying, Bill. If you're a liar, quit lying. If you're not a liar, well, Mary, quit thinking he's a liar. He started telling the truth now. Stop it. Get out of here. Go out to eat. Respect him. Expect that he's going to tell you the truth. Love her, which means you're going to tell her the truth. Kiss her every now and then and buy her supper and all is well. See you later. Again, you don't build much of a counseling ministry doing that. I can tell you by experience. And usually they get mad and they leave the church and they're not coming back, because all that. But, I got somewhere here on my desk. I had a young man come in here a number of years ago, probably, 4 years ago now. I just came into my office and he told me, his marriage was falling apart. And he was doing these things that were just absolutely dumb, sinful, uncalled for, and doesn't work for a marriage. And I told him, what you're doing is dumb, uncalled for, senseless, far below a man of your age and your professional stature. And if you want your marriage to work, stop it. And every Christmas now, that couple sends me a picture. They now live in Texas. They send me a family picture and they say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You saved our marriage. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. We might have met 2 times, something like that. He didn't go to church here. He was temporarily working here, and it worked. It saved his marriage. And I think that almost all counseling problems do come down to it really is a simple fix. I can give you, 2 Bible verses. That's all the Bible says about it. And it's simple enough that if you just go and do that. So if a husband and wife figure out, well, this is what we fight about. This is why we don't love each other anymore. This is why we whatever. If they figure that out and they just fix that, okay. Or they just learn to live with it, so he snores. Okay. Earplugs are cheap. Fix it. Learn to live with it, or send them to the adenoid adjuster or whatever it is. I don't know. There are ways to fix problems, and they're pretty simple. And I think in the old world, I didn't mean to talk about this so long. I think in the old world, when you and I were growing up, Mike, there was a lot of counseling done, not in the school counselor's office, but in the principal's office. I remember going to the school principal's office. This actually never happened to me, but when I went to this, I did go to the school principal's office every now and then, and I would look on the wall, and there was a board hanging on there, and the board was made for the butt. And some people got the board on the butt. And it said, stop it. We don't act like that. Be a human. Unacceptable. Psh, see you later. And the kid stopped it. Didn't take counseling, didn't find out, what about his uncle and his ancestors and his all, blah, 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 blah. Jung and Freud and whatever weird problems they had, just whooped them a little bit and said, stop it. That's not a bad counseling plan. And with that, now I'm thoroughly in trouble with all psychologists and counselors and everything else. Good luck, Mike. It's not an easy thing. Most couples don't want to hear it anyway. By the time they come, they've decided and they're just going through the motions because, this is what they're supposed to do. And they don't really want to fix their marriage. And, honestly, sometimes you just have to tell them that. You say, look, I told you last time, this is your problem. Here, take a Kleenex and go fix your problem. Quit doing that, or you're going to come back next week. And next week, I'm going to tell you the same thing. They don't like that. And pastors aren't supposed to be that way. We're supposed to be very kind and understanding. Okay, do I have any friends left? It's been good to see all of you here today. Sorry, I got lots of questions that are on there that I will save and pick up tomorrow. I thought I saw one. Yeah, I don't know where it happened. God bless all of you. Look forward to seeing you. This is Tuesday. I'll see you Wednesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Don't forget, if you'd like to sign up for that Boaz Shalgi seminar, it's free. There is an opportunity to give a little love offering. If you'd like to do so, you can click that right there. But click right here to register for it. It'll be about 90 minutes live from Galilee. I think you'll enjoy it like the other two along through there. Oh, thanks, Kim. I am so passing along this last part of ATT, Ask the Theologian. We should separate that part out and say, The Problem with Counseling by Dr. Randy White. and then you can spread it. Will you do that for me, Nathan? Oh, he said he would, Kim. We'll separate it, just that part, so that you can make your friends mad too. God bless every one of you from Belgium and Mexico and Canada and cold, cold Texas. Kim, how do you have electricity? Nobody else down there does. And wherever it is you're coming from, there's the Netherlands with us and Oklahoma with us. All you good people, we'll see you tomorrow. I look forward to it. God bless.